king, I am not a god, I am Uncle.
Good day, Tano! Today's video is about the new sculra weapon EFV-8 MARS. Built for level 9999 steel path enemies in Warframe, means every content in the game. So let me show you first what this weapon capable of. EFV, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. As always, before I build my weapons or my warframes, I rely on my method called DVS. D stands for how I'll be dealing damage, what elements I'll be using, what the faction I'll be fighting. V stands for how I proc 10 stacks of viral for 325% more damage to enemies HP. S stands for stripping enemies armor to lower their damage reduction to deal higher damage. As always, no Riven needed, save your platinum, and I use Revenant so I don't boost the weapon anyway, so you can use this build with any warframe of your choice. As always, if you don't like my methods on how I'll proc viral and armor strip enemies, it's okay, you can check this sheet right here. It can help you maneuver around my methods to find your own style. As in Warframe, we do things in many different ways, but the result pretty much is the same. So, my EFV-8 MARS would be modded with corrosive, not like the speedrun was modded for blast, and I'll explain that in a second. So, I'll be running 2 Emerald Darkon shards to push the stacks of corrosive from 10 to 14 to armor strip enemies with my EFV-8 of MARS. The Nourish will be proccing viral for me, and for Revenant will run like so. Vortic Camaraderie for 75% weak point critical chance increase, Arcane Velocity for fire rate, Arcane Precision for damage, Vigorous Swap is optional if you find a spot for it in your builds. In the speedrun, I didn't use it at all. Arcane Velocity is what you want to replace if you're running, for example, Arcane Energize, Aegis, or whatever. Now, EFV MARS doesn't have any trait. Running Prime Target critical damage, Galvanized Shot for statue chance, on kill 40% direct damage per statue type affecting the target. Prime Expel Order is multiplicative damage against the faction you're fighting. You change it every time you're fighting a different faction. Now, if you don't like to replace the faction mods every time you're going in a mission, just use Ornate Strike and you'll be good to go. And I recommend, or I want to send a message out there for DE, please give us an NPC or a method where we can give our faction mods for one universal, much appreciated. Pistol Pestilence for Toxin static chance, Creeping Bullseye for critical chance and minus fire rate, Pistol Equity for weak point damage and weak point critical chance, Magnetic Might for magnetic and critical damage, the magnetic good against shield and against overguard, and Primate Conversion for electricity, Primate Pistol Ammo for converting ammo, and Secondary Deadhead for 360% damage and Headshot Multiplier and minus weapon recoil. We'll be running corrosive and magnetic. The radial attack, I don't really recommend it. I don't really like it much. Now, when it comes to the companion, I'll be running Nautilus because it will pull enemies together with Cordon, Duplex for the clones, Assault to attack, Vacuum for the loot, Money Force for more Cordon, and then Shield Armor Health, Reinforced Bond for fire rate, Tenacious Bond for critical damage. If you have a sentinel weapon with 50% plus critical chance. If you have a Riven for Verglass, go ahead. It just needs a critical chance, and the Verglass Prime is the best sentinel weapon. Otherwise, you can run Volclock or the Prime Laser Rifle or the Burst Laser Prime and you'll be good to go. Let's check this weapon really quick on Simulacrum. And here we are against level 225 heavy corrupted gunners, activating Nourish for viral. The weapon is modded with corrosive, and check this out. The weapon doesn't fail you, but I'm very surprised that DE gave these weapons a very few amount of ammo, the Purgator and the EFV, and the next video will be about the other primary EFV. And I don't know what DE is thinking, because there is Incarnon weapons, there is the Coda weapons, the Kuva weapons, the Tenet weapons. I think they should have gave these weapons more ammo to compete, so players think about using them. Alright, look at that, 2,500,000. Now, during the speedrun, you saw this weapon performing Blast, not the way I'm showing you right now, because I was using Nuke build, because I was taking the Purgator, and using Tempest Barrage, because the Purgator, I didn't want to mod it for corrosive. It's very slow weapon, and I delivered the build for level cap in the channel, and check it out. So, Warframe readily, Velocity, Precision, and then Tempest Barrage with Viral Tempest to proc Viral and Armor Strip. Keep the 2 Emerald Icon shards. And for the EFV, what I did, I was running Cold, like so, and I was running right here the Heat. Alright, there you go. And I was running Blast and Magnetic, and the way I was doing it is simply like so. I was using Tempest Barrage to Armor Strip the enemies, and then I was just like taking them down like so. With Blast it gets blasty and it gets messy. So up to you which build you want to go for. Alright? You decide. Whatever you like. As you can see, we're doing 6 million, we're doing amazing damage, and so on, because the enemies are totally armor stripped and they have 10 stacks of viral thanks to the Tempest Barrage. The weapon itself with Nourish and Corrosive, it can reach that at high level, but these enemies are very weak to handle this weapon. So mid to low game, this weapon will destroy everything, and even at level cap, and that's proven already. In the end of the video, I will give this weapon 6.5 out of 10. It's really good and nice, you should try it. Very new sculra weapon and so on, but I highly recommend DE. They think about the ammo before they release such weapons to compete with existing weapons. Also, some channels telling me about the headshots and hotshots. This is parts of the game, and there is weapons they need headshots, and we are on 1999 update where equity exists, so we need always to follow the generation of the game. Sorry if you feel in a way that some builds require headshot, but the headshot multiplier exists in the game, and I'm here to deliver for you good builds that scales to level cap. So if you want, just run Scourge and it will auto headshot for you. I want to say special thanks for everyone support the channel in any way, liking, subbing, commenting, follow me, or joining my Discord, or follow me on Twitch or TikTok. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for all my Hall of Members and special VIPs and disputed donator and all donators. Thank you so much, my community, and I'll see you guys on the next video.